Oh, snap. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. My name is Patrick. Do you like true crime? Awesome. So do all of us. Welcome in. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. Do all of the buttons. YouTube, TikTok, X. We're on X. We're live on X. We're live on Rumble. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Sorry, I was not live last night. I needed a good night's sleep so I could have a horrible first day of the tournament today. Oh, it was bad, y'all. But it's okay because I got tomorrow. I'm coming back. But let's get to the real meat and potatoes. Why everybody keeps tuning in. Gypsy Rose is doing crazy. Oh, man. Or maybe she is. Maybe she isn't. I don't know. Y'all send me these videos. We watch them, and we have a good time doing it. So here we go. Hope you guys are ready. This is a new channel, True Crime Design. Hit the thumbs up button, YouTube. And you know what? I'm going to hit you with it one time real quick. Hey, guys. It's Patrick from The Haunted Side. Take a second. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Bam! Do the thanks. I'm going to shrink myself down, y'all. Let's do this.
This is a case that we haven't dealt with, and it's because it's so unusual. I mean, it really is an unusual case.
Oh, hell. Y'all, True Crime Design. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. Down in the description, you'll find it tagged. Show them some love. This one literally says why Dee Dee Blanchard isn't the monster you think she is. Whoa. Let's dive in and see what's happening, y'all. Let's see what's happening. And TikTok, thank you for all the love. Thank you for the bears. Thanks for hitting the follow button. All the things. Let's go.
What we thought initially may be a victim turns out to be a suspect.
Thank you, Bex. Thank you.
Things are not always as they appear.
Friends
Ain't that the truth?
called police yesterday when they spotted this post on the Facebook page Dee Dee Blanchard shared
Oh, hell.
with her 19-year-old daughter, Gypsy Rose.
Maybe not,
Investigators say they found the mother violently murdered
Oh, Lord have mercy.
inside their home and Gypsy gone.
Sheriff isn't saying how she died, but has said her death was violent. Investigators continue searching for her daughter, 19-year-old Gypsy, through the night.
The stuff you see in the news is horrible and not true. You know that I love my mama, and you know that I would never hurt her.
Oh, hell. Cheryl, thank you.
What kind of mom was she?
Is that Sherry in the house? Sherry, long time no see. Good to see you, hon. Thanks for the rose and the beer.
Very protective.
Do you think she protected you?
No, not in certain ways, yes, in other ways, no. I think that
Oh, my God.
she was very sick in her mind.
That what Dee Dee did to Gypsy was one of the most egregious forms of parental abuse you can imagine.
Because her mama was an insane, compulsive
Oh, that's that one lady.
liar.
What's that lady's name? Stella, thank you.
A lot of this information came to me.
What is this? Is this from... Oh, it says it up top. It's literally
by
the...
either
Hey, I was in that documentary.
my attorney
I was, y'all. Go check it out. I got an IMDb and everything now.
or Christy.
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
My two attorneys are telling me that my,
Actually, I already had one because I was on Paranormal Caught on Camera like 5 or 6 times now.
my mother has
Mark, send it to me. Tag me in it. Send it to me. All them things.
something called Munchausen by proxy, and she was using me for money and abusing me medically, and then to tell me all of the lies and manipulation on top of it. So I felt, did I ever know her at all?
Gypsy's mom was abusing her physically, medically, giving her medication she didn't need, having her go through procedures that she didn't need, to the point where most of Gypsy's teeth are not even hers because of the medication that her mom was giving her that she had no condition for.
Oh, hell.
The day that her mom died.
Great day. That's the whole point of a reaction channel. You're supposed to like the talking in the commentary. I can't just re-upload other people's stuff without saying anything. That's illegal. I got to be able to talk and express my thoughts and feelings and opinions. I can't just do stuff like that. It's crazy.
Dee Dee was in the house somewhere.
Is that what you're telling me y'all want? You want me to just stop talking? Here, I'll disappear. I'm gonna take myself.
And Dee Dee was starving her. Like Dee Dee wasn't giving her anything to eat. I asked her sister, I was like, I hate to ask this, but you think Dee Dee had anything to do with her
Hell no, that's boring as hell.
mom's death? And she, said, no.
Y'all like, come back, no, come back, no.
Oh, I wonder.
Hey, dude.
Damn, that's Dee Dee right there? Holy hell.
Hi, my name's Dee. We're about to leave to go out. We're gonna go do some tricks.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard's moral and legal defense to justify her role as the mastermind of her mother's murder is based on her testimony that her mother tortured, abused, and isolated her for decades because of a rare psychiatric condition called Munchausen by proxy. Despite the fact that Dee Dee was never diagnosed, and frankly, she does not meet the diagnostic criteria for this condition. Factitious disorder, formerly referred to as Munchausen syndrome, is categorized by the intentional falsification of physical and/or mental signs and symptoms in oneself or in another individual for no obvious external gain or reward. The diagnosis for an individual falsifying illness of another person, like in this case, is factitious disorder imposed on another. People with factitious disorders intentionally produce or exaggerate symptoms, but can't control their behavior. The primary motive is to assume the sick role, not for personal gain, but due to a psychological need to be perceived as ill or injured. The DSM-5 uses this criteria to diagnose factitious disorder imposed on another. I will say, in the case of Dee Dee Blanchard, she undoubtedly meets the first two criteria in that she, according to the evidence of record, falsified psychological and physical symptoms, as well as two diseases, muscular dystrophy and leukemia, which Gypsy never had or received treatment for. She also presented Gypsy,
Lord have mercy,
as ill, impaired, and injured by shaving her head, making her use the wheelchair, and presenting her as childlike and mentally disabled. However, the analysis fails when it comes to the third and fourth points, that the deceptive behavior is evident even in the absence of obvious external rewards, and that the behavior is not better explained by another mental disorder. While I believe that Dee Dee did enjoy the attention of having an ill child, it's clear to me that the primary motivation was for personal gain. This is supported by Gypsy's testimony at Nick Godejohn's trial.
Did you and your mother obtain any kind of advantage by you being in a wheelchair?
Yes, sir.
What kind of advantage did you obtain?
Financial, attention, charity.
Financially?
Oh, hell.
Money.
Yes, sir.
Did you obtain money as a result of you being in a wheelchair?
Yes, sir.
I asked you why you obtained an advantage for being in a wheelchair. You said people gave me money. And I think my next question is, why did they give you money?
Because they felt sorry for me. They believed the lie. They believed the fraud.
Well, there you have it, folks. This is not a case of MBP or factitious disorder imposed on another. Recall that people with factitious disorder feign illness or injury not to achieve a clear benefit, such as financial gain, but rather to assume the sick role to gain sympathy and special attention, often given to people who are truly ill. On the other hand, malingering is characterized by the intentional falsification of symptoms with a clear objective in mind, like personal or financial gain. Unlike FD, malingering isn't considered a mental health condition because the malingerer has control over their actions and is driven by external incentives.
Oh, I see what she's saying. She's saying that it wasn't a mental thing that was like they just had to do it because it was mentally there. They're saying they only did it for financial gain. I see what she's saying. It makes sense. Is it true? Y'all let me know what you think.
While both involve the fabrication of symptoms.
Oh, and TikTok, by the way, hit the follow button if you're new here. See some new faces coming in. My name's Patrick. You like true crime? Sweet. We're live every night. Just about every night. Tap the screen like crazy too, y'all. Let's get 25,000 likes. Thanks for the little bears. Hit me with some bear action, y'all. YouTube, welcome in. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the little like button so we get some new people in here. Love you guys. Jennifer, thank you. Let's keep going.
The key difference between factitious disorder and malingering lies in the motivation behind these actions. In fact, the DSM-5 specifically states that the diagnosis of factitious disorder requires the absence of obvious rewards. So while yes, Dee Dee did present with pretty much all the symptoms of Munchausen by proxy.
That's a crazy looking picture right there.
On its surface,
she looks like 11 from Stranger Things.
The difference lies in the motivation.
Financial, attention.
Stella, thank you,
charity.
Ray. Thank you.
And while malingering is not a mental health condition, it can be associated with certain psychiatric disorders such as antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, dissociative disorders, and substance use disorders.
Oh, hell.
Deceitfulness, lack of remorse, reckless disregard for safety of self and others.
That picture is crazy as hell, too. That is crazy as hell.
Repeated failure to sustain constant work are common features of FD and antisocial personality disorder. As such, the diagnostic criteria here is not met. This is simply not a case of factitious disorder or Munchausen by proxy, according to the DSM-5. Despite this, Dee Dee Blanchard basically became the symbol for Munchausen by proxy.
To this day, Gypsy maintains she was forced to play the part. She also says it's why she worked with Nicholas Godejohn, her then boyfriend, to kill Dee Dee back in.
That is crazy because that looks nothing like that guy right there. They just try to get him at the worst angle they could.
June of 2015.
I disagree with that.
But that abuse has nothing to do with Dee Dee's murder, according to prosecutor Dan Patterson.
Oh, hell. Spiritual Diamond, thank you, Mariah, thank you.
Who just a little less than a month from Nicholas Godejohn's first day on trial, argued the character of Dee Dee Blanchard should be withheld from the jury. He says even if Gypsy's mother was abusive, her aggression wasn't being shown at the time of her stabbing, and her character played no role in that night's violence.
Whoa.
It's interesting that the prosecutor would argue that Dee Dee's character and the alleged abuse played no role in that night's violence.
Entertainment and educational purposes only, TikTok overlords. I know TikTok looks for any reason to hate on creators. TikTok overlords, I know. It sucks. Y'all are crazy as hell, but this is for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Then turn around and use those same circumstances.
They get crazy as hell, y'all. Which TikTok, that means if you want to come watch the video, like see the video that we're watching and everything, come over to YouTube, search The Mystery Project, find the channel, subscribe. Subscribe. Yo, we hit 17,872 subscribers on YouTube. Very close. About 128 away from 18,000, which is crazy as hell. You guys are the best. All right, let's keep going.
As
YouTube, 35 more likes. We're at 100. Go. Hit the thumbs up.
Mitigating factors in charging Gypsy Blanchard with second-degree murder instead of first-degree, like her co-defendant.
Oh, hell.
Gypsy Blanchard endured nearly 2 decades of systematic, purposeful abuse at the hands of her mother for the purpose of fraud. And so by amending to murder in the second degree, we were able to both hold Gypsy Blanchard accountable for the murder, which was not justified nor excusable, but yet account for those mitigating circumstances.
Those mitigating circumstances, if they are to be heard, are relevant at sentencing, not when deciding to charge with first or second degree murder.
Oh, hell yeah. That makes a little sense right there. Y'all tell me. Spiritual Diamond, thank you.
When the evidence is overwhelming and by the prosecution's own admission, they could have secured a first degree murder conviction for Gypsy. The same abuse that the prosecution says was not relevant to Dee Dee's murder at Nick's trial is the reason that Gypsy was offered a sweetheart plea deal, amending the charge to second degree.
Oh my God.
And getting the lower half of the 10 to 30 year sentence for that charge.
All of us involved are, it's relief. You know, at the very beginning of this, there was the question of the death penalty on the table. Ultimately, it's the best outcome for her. It's the best outcome for the state of Missouri, and ultimately the right thing to do for everybody.
Gypsy, her family, and her legal team successfully perpetuated this narrative through countless documentaries, TV programs, and interviews, gaining public support by way of sympathy for the sickly and childlike Gypsy Rose, who in reality was a 23-year-old woman who not only acted as a willing accomplice in her mother's fraud scheme, but meticulously masterminded the infamous murder and set up her co-defendant to take the fall for her evil deeds.
Who initially brought up killing your mother?
I did.
Oh,
What
hell.
other alternatives had you considered?
Poison, arson, a gun.
Damn, that is
Why did
crazy
you
as
not consider
hell.
poison?
It was too hard to find an odorless, tasteless poison.
Damn, that is crazy.
Why didn't you kill your mother?
I didn't believe I could do it.
Could you explain what you mean by that?
I don't like blood. I don't like the sight of blood. Frankly, I'm too squeamish. So I just honestly didn't believe I could do it on my own.
You what?
I supplied the knife.
Where did you get the knife?
I stole it from Walmart.
Where did you
Oh, hell.
get the gloves?
I supplied them.
Who paid for that trip?
I did.
Why did you pay for that trip?
Again, I didn't think he had enough money.
And how did you get money to him
Didn't he have, like, no money?
to come down on that trip?
I stole money from my mother, and I sent it to him via the mail.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? That is crazy as hell. Your mom's like, man, I had $20 in my purse. Where is it? Oh, I took it and mailed it to the dude who's going to come here and help me. Man, that is crazy as hell.
When to do this crime? The timelines that one.
Jamie, yes, take a drink every time I say hell, because I'm going to say crazy as hell a lot. Hell, 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 hell.
I told him.
Who planned this murder?
I did.
Who talked you into killing your mother?
I did. I talked him into it.
You know, I don't want to have to remind people every single time that I'm not the one that committed the act of the kill. So, you know.
Oh, Lord.
I'm a part of it.
Right.
But in this.
That's terrifying. That's even more terrifying. Oh, my God. I didn't actually do it, but I'm a part of it. I masterminded it. What? Man.
State of Missouri, there's no such thing as accessory to murder.
Schmur.
So technically,
they couldn't charge you.
They couldn't charge me with accessory because that charge doesn't exist. So, I mean, had I been in another state, I would have been charged with accessory to commit murder.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Who the hell is that? The podcast is like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. They just did that law doesn't exist there, so you're free to walk about the country. Oh, I get it. Oh, that makes so much. What? Oh my God! I'd be like, nope. Interview's over. Holy hell. You tell me the only reason I'm serving life is because the state didn't have that charge for you? Oh, hell. What? Man, you crazy as hell for that. They do have a lot of space between them, though. That lady's sitting 3 rooms over.
This narrative served to vilify the real victim and alibi Gypsy for her part in not only the murder, but also the
oh man, that's a crazy looking picture too.
Financial fraud scheme.
I think to some degree I knew it was a facade. However, I didn't know the malicious intent behind the facade.
The hell are you talking about? I made a plan to my mom, but I didn't realize the malicious intent of making a plan to my mom. That sounds crazy as hell. Am I what? Yo, thumbs up if that just sounds crazy as hell. Put a thumbs up in the chat. TikTok, give me a follow if you're new here too. I see a bunch of new faces. I see a whole bunch of pretty new faces. Hey, y'all. YouTube, same thing. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Tap the little thumbs up. We got 18 to go. We're at 100. Come on, y'all.
The Blanchards began working with HBO on Mommy, Dead and Dearest before Gypsy's
hell.
plea deal in July of 2016.
Hey, Gypsy looks crazy as hell. Oh, that's not Gypsy. Who's that? Man, I don't know who any of these people.
The documentary debuted in May of 2017, after her plea agreement, but before Nick's trial in November 2018. It is my and many others' belief that this sensationalized piece precluded Nick's ability to have a fair trial, with the public and the prosecution pretty much concluding that.
Oh, Lord. Soul Search in the house. Good to see you. Why is she standing like that? I don't know. I don't even know why I picked that one either. It's crazy as hell.
That he was the main player in this whole thing. So when it comes to the character of the victim and unsubstantiated abuse allegations raised by the perpetrator, facts seem to only matter when they favor the narrative that serves Gypsy and reassigns responsibility to both her victim and her co-defendant.
Oh, hell.
Nonetheless, these claims of abuse were never properly investigated, challenged, or adjudicated. Dee Dee Blanchard was never charged with child abuse or any maltreatment towards Gypsy. She was publicly defamed and demonized without proof.
Oh, hell.
As the prosecutor argued in Nick's pretrial hearing, even if Dee Dee was abusing Gypsy, that doesn't change the circumstances that this was cold, calculated murder.
Lisa, do you have a brother that does paintings on TikTok? No. Nope. But I moonlight as a dude that does paintings on TikTok. How'd you find that channel?
How dare you?
Just kidding. No, I have no idea. Probably just somebody that looks like me. Claudia, you crazy as hell.
In the first degree under Missouri law. Plenty of defendants can point to unfortunate or unfair circumstances in their upbringing. It doesn't change the facts of the crime. Even so, it's
oh hell. Yeah, I got another on another site. I just sit there and paint myself.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I made it up. It's facetious. I'm making it up. I made it up for attention. Desiree, thank you. Y'all, let's hit that bear thing.
It's worth asking the question, was Gypsy ever actually medically abused or even treated poorly by Dee Dee? Now, most people who watch the documentaries would argue that of course she was abused, pointing to the long list of medications, procedures, and even coercing her child to lie in order to keep up the con. They would argue that the medicine closet, the surgeries, the feeding tube, the bizarre mother-daughter dynamic is enough to declare Gypsy as an abuse victim. And I won't deny that Gypsy was certainly groomed to lie, cheat, and steal by her mother.
That's a Tool song. Lie, cheat, and steal. Miss Anakin, thank you for the $5 super chat. I watched for the oh hell. Oh, hell. This is crazy. Thank you. So sweet. So who is that? Who is on the screen right now? That looks like somebody that was rejected from a Beatles cover band. Oh, Lord. Y'all, thanks for hitting that goal, too. Damn. Let's keep going.
Who was by no means a perfect angel. I speculate that Gypsy was predisposed to antisocial behavior, both by way of genetics and her inappropriate upbringing. But here's where the work of a woman that goes by the name of Fancy Maselli becomes critical in the analysis of this case.
Who the hell is that?
Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network.
Hey guys.
The what?
It's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network.
The who?
Guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network.
The what?
Fancy and
howdy, ma'am. Who did that? Mammy, thank you. Thanks for the follows too. Thank you.
Her team at the Good Wives Network were provided Gypsy's medical records by the family in a deal whereby
I just did a video about this.
Fancy was to produce a documentary telling Gypsy's story many years ago. However, the project fell through when, after years of reviewing the records and researching the facts, Fancy and her team made a discovery within the records that cracks the case wide open, exonerating Dee Dee's character and exposing what appears to be the true motive for the crime. By reviewing the medical records, Fancy would learn that Gypsy was born with a rare chromosome disorder. Chromosome 1q to 1.1 microdeletion syndrome, a rare chromosome abnormality that develops when there's missing genetic material on chromosome 1. The effect of this genetic variation ranges from being barely perceptible to being obvious and severe. Phenotypes of a 1q to 1.1 microdeletion are neurological psychiatric problems, microcephaly or small head, epilepsy, facial dimorphism, loose joints, low muscle tone, cataracts, and other eye problems. Again, this diagnosis is found within the medical records and even corroborated by Rod Blanchard, Gypsy's father.
Dee Dee told me she would need a wheelchair. You know.
Dear Lord, Rod looked young as hell right there.
What? She's got
loose joints, low muscle.
What? He looked like a little brother, not dad.
Cataracts and other eye problems. Again, this diagnosis
I rewound a little bit because I won't see it.
Is found within the medical records and even corroborated by Rod Blanchard, Gypsy's father.
So Gypsy's 10 in that picture. How old is her dad right there? That dude the dad looks like he's about 18 years old.
Dee Dee told me she would need a wheelchair. You know, and I asked her, I said, man, she's got a lot of issues. What's going on, you know? And
he looks young as hell right there too.
They had done some tests and found out she had a chromosome disorder that was causing all of her functions from developing, her digestive system and her muscular system.
Oh no, they didn't. They pointed out prominent forehead. Y'all, if you want to see what we're talking about, I'm your weakness. So if you come over to YouTube, you can actually see the videos. The Mystery Project on YouTube. Just search the Mystery Project. Come subscribe to the channel. We got 232 people watching on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. Hit that little thumbs up button for me real quick. Subscribe if you're new. But hit the follow button if you're on TikTok and you're new. But let's keep going, y'all. Shall we? My God, that picture is terrifying.
I nicknamed her Possum because she looked like a little possum. Little bitty possum eyes.
Dee Dee started telling me that she's got some problems with her eyes, seizures.
Her digestive system. After that, Gypsy couldn't walk anymore. She had a muscular disorder.
Dee Dee started telling me they're running tests, they're trying to find out what's going on with her. She's got a lot of issues.
In 2000, they ruled out muscular dystrophy because they were doing testing to try to find out the chromosome disorder that they knew she had when she was born. They knew she had one, and muscular dystrophy is one that would have explained some of her problems. But in 2000, they ruled that out. when they did the muscle biopsy and the nerve conduction. She does have eye problems. She did have ear problems. She did have feeding tube problems, feeding problems, failure to thrive.
Oh, hell.
She was diagnosed with a muscular problem. They didn't figure it out until 2011 when they ran a very specialized genetic testing to try and figure out what all these erroneous little things that she had, because they didn't really fit into any one major thing. In September, I believe, of 2011, they returned for a follow-up visit. And that is when the chromo disorder is proven. And they also state that Dee Dee does not carry it and Rod could not be tested. And she does have this microdeletion, and it explains her entire medical history, both the physical medical history and her mental health medical history. It's all explained inside of this chromosome disorder. This microdeletion, it explains her eye problems, her ear problems, her teeth problems. It explains the weak muscle tone she has. It explains all the different things. It explains why the feeding tube was placed. It explains why there was a muscle biopsy done to rule out muscular dystrophy. And it 100% proves that muscular dystrophy and cancer, later in 2007, cancer hit the scene, was used for financial gain. That's it. That's the whole case. Financial gain. Medical fraud for financial gain.
Dee Dee and Gypsy were malingering when it comes to cancer and muscular dystrophy, but that doesn't mean that Gypsy did not have very real medical challenges that Dee Dee did her best to diagnose and treat for. And thanks to Fancy, we know that these conditions stem from her congenital chromosome disorder.
The only thing that I have wrong with me is I have a little bit of a lazy eye. Not all the time, but I have better vision in this eye than I do that eye. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. And I'm completely healthy. Like, I have no health problems whatsoever.
So the fact that they're denying this chromosome disorder is very interesting, because what does it do? It blows their lives apart.
Oh, hell.
That's what it does. And that's why they don't want you to know about it. Christy, and that little girl up there, that grown-ass woman up there, used all this nonsense to cover up a murder, to villainize the victim, to ensure that her co-conspirator would go down for it all, and she'd come out of prison doing a quick little stint of 8 years and be a millionaire. All for unaliving her mom.
Oh, hell.
For that fire, D. Because it sure as shit was not about Munchausen by proxy or medical child abuse. Honey, you can spin this any way you want.
Damn, what do y'all think about all this?
It is very evident that you do, in fact, have a 2.74 MB microdeletion of chromosome 1Q to 1.1. And no, love, you do not fall into the 75% of people that have no symptoms. It's very clear that you have symptoms.
Oh, hell.
Dee Dee had a lot of trouble asking for help, but they were actually given quite a bit of stuff, like trips to Disney World, Disneyland. They got the Habitat for Humanity house and the furniture in it and all that.
Thank you.
And here's the key to the car that was donated.
Oh, hell, they got a car?
It was very important to Dee Dee for Gypsy to have a very fulfilled life before she passed.
Dee Dee Blanchard was not without her flaws. According to surviving family members, she had a history of cashing bad checks and stealing money from family.
Oh, Lord. Harley Quinn, if you come over to YouTube, you can actually see the videos that we're watching. The Mystery Project on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Subscribe if you're new. TikTok, hit the follow button. Hit me with the little, what are we trying to, oh, the cowboy hats. Y'all, cowboy hat me up. Let's go.
She deceived good people and stole from children in need. It was wrong to fabricate fatal illnesses in her daughter, and many people were truly devastated when they realized they had been duped by the conning duo.
Oh, hell.
Dee Dee Blanchard was a con woman. but she wasn't a child abuser. It's clear that her life revolved around Gypsy and making sure she wanted for nothing. It must have been difficult for Dee Dee as a single mother with a medically complex child. Many folks who knew the pair had only glowing things to say about Dee Dee specifically, speaking to her positivity, generosity, and unmatched dedication to her daughter. This case is unique because I can't think of another case where we take the narrative of the perpetrator as fact without evidence and even considering the victim's perspective. Gypsy masterfully reversed the victim-offender roles in the public eye and continues to cash in on her notoriety that was built entirely on lies. But as Gypsy's public behavior continues to draw attention, more folks are digging into the crime and uncovering truths that paint the whole
Oh, we watched that channel too. Becca Scoops.
Tragedy from a completely different perspective.
Y'all send me all these channels. Thank you. Oh, and Flawless Nina.
Saying she doesn't identify as a murderer, knowing she used this man that is autistic with a low IQ and other mental health issues
Oh, hell.
to unalive her mom because she wanted to get some DICK.
And it just seems so convenient.
And to villainize her and him. Yeah. So all she does is every person in her life, she villainizes them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And manipulates the people around after she villainizes these people.
Mm-hmm. And then she discards
This is her game.
Mm-hmm. She discards you when she can't use you anymore.
This is her game. And to know that she had her mom unalived for her own selfish reasons when this woman was never abusing her is
wow,
mind blowing.
Yeah, it's
like
who's that with, Nina?
All I can say is rest in peace, Dee Dee, because it truly is a sad situation.
To quote Greene County Sheriff Jim Arnott, things are not always as they appear.
Oh, hell. Ain't that the truth? Damn. What do y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments. We got more to watch. Don't worry. YouTube, everybody watching. We got almost 300 people watching. Let's get 200 likes. Seriously, y'all, take a second. Hit the little like button. Subscribe if you're new. TikTok, hit the follow button. Keep tapping the screen like crazy. Let's get 50,000 likes. We're almost there. Thanks for the little hat things. That's what TikTok cares about tonight. If you want to see the video, come over to YouTube, The Mystery Project. Come subscribe. And let's move on to the next video, which is, I think it's Angel Baby. Spilling the tea with Angel Baby. Desiree, howdy, ma'am. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens next.
And I went and danced the waltz with Prince Charming and Cinderella. Really? That was really fun.
Oh, hell. Yep, y'all. This is Angel Baby. Yep. This says Nick finally speaks out about what happened. Gypsy Rose is afraid? ? Whoa. All right, let's see.
I have way too much sugar. Whenever you go anywhere in Disney, they try to pump you with sugar. I was dancing up and down Main Street at Magic Kingdom.
Dancing up and down Main Street. And having lots of sugar. So I guess that's two things you guys can take out the movies. Because she was dancing up and down the street. And she was eating lots and lots of sugar. So you can X that off your list.
Oh, hell. Why would I watch TikTok and YouTube at the same time? You don't have to. You can watch YouTube if you want to see the videos, or you can watch TikTok if you want to hear the videos.
Now, there's a couple of things that I want to discuss today about the Gypsy case. Now, one thing in particular, people always want to know, what happened to that house? That infamous house. The house.
I saw a comment somewhere that she had to pay it back. It was like $40-something thousand. Is that true? Anybody know that?
Where Gypsy did the deed in 2015. Now, everything in this video is...
It happened in 2015? Why did I feel like this happened in like 1997? Didn't it feel like it was like hella, like a long time ago? I felt like Waco and like David Koresh happened, and then like 2 weeks later this happened. But I guess it's not true, huh?
It's either alleged, my thoughts and opinion, and or my perception. Now, this home that was built for Gypsy and Dee Dee specially made for Gypsy. It had a ramp for her wheelchair, and it had a hot tub for her muscles. So
it had a hot tub?
So this house was particularly made just for Dee Dee and Gypsy. Now it was built by Habitat for Humanity after Dee Dee and Gypsy were allegedly displaced from Hurricane Katrina. So after Hurricane Katrina, they had this home built for them to start a fresh new life in Springfield, Missouri. Now, of course, Gypsy has never stepped foot in the home ever since she got out of prison. Ever since
Thank you for the roses.
That day she left to get in that cab with Nicholas Gordejohn, she has never stepped foot back in this home. When Gypsy first got out of prison, it is being said that her and Ryan rented an Airbnb, a 4-bedroom Airbnb, and that's where they were staying. Now, in 2020,
why do you need 4 bedrooms?
It is being said that this home was sold for $97,000. And guess who lives in the house now, you guys? A mother and a daughter.
Oh, hell. That's probably half of all houses, though.
Go figure. How ironic is that? Now, as you guys can see, they
I can't believe they live in there. Man.
Painted the house blue. They removed the wheelchair ramp. And they even changed the address, y'all. And of course, the new address is not listed for respect for the new people that live there for their privacy. Now, it is being said that you still got people finding the house.
Oh, hell, of course. Stella, thank you.
People from out of state. You have these true crime fanatics. And they are literally, y'all, allegedly going to the neighbors, asking them, where is the Gypsy Rose house? And the neighbors are like, we're not going to tell you. But they're still finding it. These people are crazy. And when people were finding the home, that's what prompted Gypsy to come out and do a statement and basically tell everybody to have some decency about themselves. Somebody passed away in that home, and they should have a little bit more respect.
What? Oh, no. She came on the internet and told people not. I mean, I understand not doing that, but she said have some respect because somebody passed away in that house.
You what?
Man, is that real? Did that really happen? That can't really happen.
Than to be driving around and disturbing the neighbors and the peace. I think that was the first time when Gypsy Rose found out that the internet was not one of them. The internet was not to be played with, because they immediately clapped back with the clap back, let me tell you. But as for this home and this mother and this daughter, more power to you. I hope you sage the place, because I heard when somebody passes away in a violent way, and sometimes, their soul ain't ready to cross. So sometimes they be roaming around in the place. Things get to moving. Lights go on and off. So, I mean, good luck with that.
Oh, man, can you imagine? Imagine if I investigated that house on the paranormal side of the haunted side that I do. Damn, that would be crazy as hell.
Now,
But Carrie, tear the house down, right? Like it seems like that should have been what happened.
Our next bit of business, y'all. This is alleged, but this is crazy, and I don't understand why it's coming out now. Now, I watched a video that someone did, and it is being said that Nick did have a side to the story. And in this article, they told
Oh, hell, this part, y'all.
Nick's alleged side to the story. Do you guys want to know what that side was?
Yes.
Now, before I tell you what's being said, I am not shocked. I am not shocked at all, because after the autopsy came out, after the evidence, after everything that we're seeing, even the pictures, it just all lines.
Jessica, thank you, Hattie,
in my opinion. Do y'all remember that clip that's going around where Nick is saying that Gypsy allegedly had more involvement that night? Well,
oh, hell.
In that article, It is being said that Nicholas says that Gypsy was holding down Dee Dee.
What?
Holding
How dare you?
That is crazy as hell.
Dee Dee down while he was doing what he had to do. That would make sense. Because if you look at the crime scene photos, if you look at both of Dee Dee's arms, it kind of looks like maybe she was tied up or something. But it can be consistent.
Oh, damn. And not in the good way either.
With somebody holding you down by your hands.
And not in the good way.
And possibly maybe sitting on your head. I mean, if you think
not in the good
about it, Nick was not big at all. Dee Dee was on her stomach the whole time. The whole time. Nothing was in the front area.
That's crazy as hell.
It was just the one wound on the side that came from the back. I mean, when you thought that she would have maybe flipped him over or something or moved some kind of way, I believe that she was held down. Not just that, I believe that Gypsy's own words really, really got her. When she says that Dee Dee's last words were, "I'm starting to feel relaxed. I'm starting to relax. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me." I believe that they were in the act of doing what they were doing to Dee Dee, and she was saying,
how many people think that's like true? How thumbs up in the chat if you think like that's true what she's saying, that she was in the room also. Put thumbs up in the chat if you believe that. Put thumbs down if you think it was just the dude by himself. Cuz if you believe that she was in the room also, I mean, even if you don't, but if she was in the room also, I mean, my God, how would you sleep at night? You know what I mean? Like, because people are like, oh, she's an influencer, blah, this, blah, 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 all this stuff. But it's like, man, at a certain point, like, it would be eating at your soul knowing what happened and what you did and everything like that. Like, you just wouldn't, like, you would have no rest. You probably look like you're 80 years old, 90 years old. Because you would just be so worn down, right? Unless you just don't care. Unless you're just just disconnected, like, whatevs. I don't know. I see a few people doing thumbs down, but the overwhelming majority, 97% are saying thumbs up. So, damn. All right, let's keep going. Crazy as hell.
"Hey, I can't take it anymore. I'm starting to fade away. Like, can you please stop? Can you please stop?" That's what I believe that she was telling her. It's just unimaginable to even think about your child doing this to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you leaving this world and knowing that this is your child. The child that you raised and you loved. Yeah, you weren't perfect. Yeah, you might have been doing some things you weren't supposed to be doing. But you maybe feel like you did the best you could. And this is how it's going to end. But now Gypsy's about to have her own baby girl. And when her baby girl gets to a certain age, she's going to have to tell her baby girl what she did. Now, whether she tells the truth or if she continues with whatever she's saying, now that's another story. But I'm telling you, when that time comes, I do just about anything to be a fly on the wall to hear that conversation.
Can you imagine?
How's she going to start
20 years from now when that baby is like, wait, hold up.
Start that one off.
Or 15 years from now? Oh, hell, that was it. YouTube, thumbs up. TikTok, hit the follow button. Come over to YouTube if you want to watch the videos. The Mystery Project. Come subscribe. What's next? Ooh, Radiant Bread. One of our favorites here.
Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with a couple of updates on Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Came in hot, Britt. Came in hot. That crispy audio. Y'all, Radiant Bread, make sure you give her a subscribe, y'all. She's pinned down in the description. Awesome stuff. Go show her some love. Go subscribe to her. Radiant Brit on YouTube. Let's keep going.
She is just, it's truly at this point, it's just going to be nonstop with the nonsense that she is doing. So
she says it could be nonstop with the nonsense she's doing.
be prepared for that. But
oh Lord, I like how 17% of you guys watching would watch me read a phone book. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
we have 2 videos from her and then also an article that recently came out. So we're going to go over everything in one video. If you're interested, please keep watching.
Oh, we are interested, Britt. Let's go.
Right, you guys. So the first video we need to talk about is Gypsy shilling these multivitamins, prenatal vitamins that,
hell.
she posted this video yesterday and has almost 550,000 views. She claims that it is not sponsored and she's not working with the company, and she bought the products with her own money. But as a very general reminder, I'm sure most of us know this.
Oh hell. Jessica, thank you, howdy man.
Don't need a reminder, but I'm going to put it in here anyway. You can still buy something with your own money and have a bias towards the brand, and you could still be working with said brand and still have bought the products with your own money. And to be completely transparent, I don't believe a word she says. I think that, in my opinion, allegedly, this is an undisclosed sponsorship. It's an undisclosed ad. And she realizes that the people that are following her and following the breadcrumbs as to, you know, the circus that she's running, because that's where you're going to end up. You're going to end up in a circus tent filled with toxicity, dosing, manipulation, using people as pawns, infidelity, like that's where you're going to end up
doing the infidelity
if you continue to follow her. And at the very end of the day, you're supporting somebody that used an autistic man to unalive her mother. It all comes back to, why do we know of Gypsy Rose? Oh yeah, she used Nicholas Godejean to unalive her mother.
Hey everybody. So I wanted to share something with you guys. So I just started taking a new prenatal vitamin. So this is not a sponsor partnership or anything. I did purchase these. But I went researching and I realized that what I found was that most prenatal vitamins are not third-party tested. So I went looking for a very healthy option because I want only the best for my baby.
You what? She said, this is not sponsored. But hold on, let me read these bullet points that clearly sound like it came from the company's website because they want me to read exactly. Who on earth, ladies, have you ever been like, man, I'm about to start taking a prenatal vitamin, but I want to make sure they're third-party tested? That means something to me. What? Man, this is crazy as hell. We eat Oreos, okay? We don't care about what the hell third-party testing is and prenatal vitamins. If you've had one Oreo in your life, that does not matter. I mean, I don't know, but I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying, it seems pretty damn silly. This is crazy. Oh, God. All right, let's keep going.
And I came across...
Who sent me this one? Thanks, y'all.
This one. It's called Needed. So this supposedly has only what you need, nothing you don't. And
that sounds like a company slogan.
And so I did purchase the prenatal vitamins. I purchased the omega-3.
What's that do?
Did come with a whole package.
Is that fourth party tested?
So I got the prebiotic.
Y'all, when does the Mandela effect kick in and just nobody even knows who this is anymore? When do we fall into that timeline? Can we fall into that timeline already? We got Berenstain Bears and that kind of crap. We can't fall into this one? This is crazy as hell. I'll take the damn cornucopia on the Fruit of the Looms before this crap. This is crazy.
The collagen protein, the sleep and relaxation.
Oh, you went out and bought every vitamin they have.
Support.
And then you want to talk about all of them.
So this is really nice. And then there is a stress support, because who has a lot of stress in their life? This girl. I need
Everybody does.
that support.
I bet you do.
So I am going to continue to use this product and keep you guys updated about what I think about it. Thanks.
This company.
That does not sound staged or scripted at all.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Sells nutritional supplements. As a reminder, prenatal vitamins and any type of supplement that an influencer is shilling, these items are not regulated by the FDA. So a supplement or a vitamin company can pretty much make whatever claims they want to make, and it's on you to make the decision whether or not you want to take a risk and try the product. They are not overseen by the FDA, where there's clinical tests and doctors and scientists.
Are you kidding, Britt? She said they were third-party tested. Who needs the FDA when you got third-party testing? Whatever the hell that means. They probably just were like, hey, Bill, does your cousin still live down the street from you? Yeah, Ted, he sure does. Hey, have him take some of these prenatal vitamins. Oh, cool. Yeah, he said they taste like awesome. Now we can say they're third-party tested. Didn't say it was good. This is crazy.
That oversee this process, and there's pharmacists. Like, none of that
Pharmacists
exists. So this
doing pharmaceutical things.
Supplement world is very misleading in a lot of ways. It tends to prey on people who, might be having skin issues, or they might be having a baby, or maybe they're looking for some kind of supplement to clear their skin or make their hair grow. All of these claims are out there, and there are people that choose to either, take the gamble or not. One of two things happened with this video.
Thanks, Angie.
Number one, either
hit me with those hand hearts too. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new too. I see a bunch of new people coming in the house, y'all. We got 500 people on TikTok. Hit the follow button. We got about 300 people on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. Do all the things. Let's keep going.
She bought the products with her own money, and she is in cahoots behind the scenes with this company, or she did an undisclosed ad. And because Gypsy Rose is a master manipulator and pathological liar, I'm going to go with that it's an undisclosed ad, in my opinion, allegedly. I've never cared for influencers that shill supplements or vitamins, because they're not qualified. They're not qualified to come on their platforms and say that this could help with hair loss, or if you want to lose weight, or you're on a fitness journey, or you're trying to conceive, or maybe you have conceived and you're carrying a baby. There's just far too many claims that are put out by influencers that are not in the shoes to be able to give this advice out and promote these claims. When
I understand what she's saying, but they're not doing it to try to make sure that some random people they don't know have nicer skin. They're doing it because they get $3 per jar when it gets sold,
They're simply working with a brand. Do you think that these influencers actually care?
Hell no.
If you buy this supplement, whether or not it works for you?
No,
they care that you click the link. They care that you put your money in with this company so then they can get their paycheck. Now, the newest brand that decided to support Gypsy Rose and is being called out is Kylie Couture. And Kylie Couture...
What the hell is that?
...decided to send Gypsy Rose some clothing items, and she did a little try-on haul. Of course, it wasn't very convincing at all, because Gypsy Rose, she wants to be an influencer, but she has no clue how to influence. So it comes off.
So she just turns into an influencer turned
is very cookie cutter, boring, and quite honestly, it's a pain to get through these videos where she's shilling any product, whether it's baby gear, vitamins, clothing. It really doesn't matter. It's a hard watch. It's a hard listen.
It is really though. Like even that little thing, it's like she's just like a wet towel. You know what I mean? You're just like, ugh.
Whether or not you like who she is as a person, she's
Like, has she already started doing things where like they just eat stuff? And she'd be like, "This egg roll is delicious."
just she can't sell it.
That's the next step on the influencer scale, right? They just start eating things.
Anything. It's not her strong suit, and maybe that will change in the future. But I think that it's an absolute embarrassment that any brand would say, you know what? Out of all of the people on social media that get millions of views, let's send product to Gypsy Rose. She is the winner chicken dinner. Let's go ahead and send her a big box and have her promote our products. It's bad enough if a big brand does this, but it's absolutely undeniable that if you are a small business and you are supporting Gypsy Rose, that you are putting your small business on the chopping block. It's not a good business move.
Oh, hell.
It is, in fact, the complete opposite of a good business move, because you as a small business, your reputation and how people feel about you, your ethics, your quality of product, what you're doing with your brand, that really is it's vital in the early stages of running a small business. Now, like I said, these bigger brands that have sent her stuff, like they might be able to get away with sending it and not completely ruining their business. But if you are a small business and you decide to do this, just be warned that you are pretty much putting your entire business and your business's future on the chopping block.
So I'm super excited because I just received a package from Kylie Couture. She sent a couple of items over for me to try and review, and her website is linked below this video. Okay, so this is a really super cute sweatshirt and short set. I really like the slow.
Britt brought up the comments, y'all. Did you see that? She started scrolling the comments.
Slogan that is right by the collar. It says, "Do what makes you happy," which I'm all about that. And
Man, that looks like a sweater you bought at Hobby Lobby. She probably bought it at Hobby Lobby, y'all. They sell them sweaters that like you put your own stuff on, you know? You can screen print whatever the hell you want on them things. That looks exactly like that.
it also
That's that Hanes relaxed fit.
says it on the back. This is really comfortable. I like how it even fits because I am 5 months pregnant, so it does fit over my belly bump, and I think it's just an overall cute outfit. Okay, so for this one,
Oh, hell.
I really like how it has lots of room for my growing baby bump. I like the open back. You can see my tattoo really well. I like the puffy sleeves. It's definitely giving off Southern Belle vibes.
Man, I'm about to rage quit this life. Oh my God. That is the craziest looking thing I have ever seen.
So overall, I would give this dress a 7 out of 10. Okay, now this dress I absolutely adore. I like the color, I like the fit. Again, there's still a little bit of wiggle room for my growing belly, but I just overall like the color. I like the style. It's very like semi-formal. It's not
Those are the ugliest dresses I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. I don't even care about this kind of stuff, right? I don't care. You want to wear whatever the hell you want to wear. More power to you. This is America. You have fun. But in my opinion, that is some of the just ugliest stuff I've ever seen. I mean, hell. Like, if it would look equally as good on me as it does on you, there's a problem there. And I feel like I could pull that shit off. And this is crazy as hell. Lord, can you hear me? Please send the asteroid. Please. We've peaked as a civilization. This is crazy.
Not like overly formal, but it's definitely semi-formal.
God. What are you talking about? When was the last time you went to something formal?
That I would wear this
Or semi-formal.
to an event, or I would wear it to a picnic in the park. So I'd wear
A what in the park?
it to either. This is really nice. The length is a little questionable because I am 4'11", so it is a little longer, but if I was to wear heels, I think it would be perfectly fine. Okay, so now this is a cute little romper that I think just looks very cute just for going anywhere, honestly. So usually
You look like you just got fired from a painting store.
I would probably wear something like this around the house, or I would just wear it to go.
Yeah, around the house. That's it. Everything around the house, not in public.
Go and hang out at the park, or hang
Or Sherman-Williams,
out with my dad
the paint center in Walmart,
on the boat.
Lowe's,
Like this is very
Home Depot.
this is some very Louisiana style. So a lot of us
Man, don't do Louisiana like that. That is crazy.
down south, we wear overalls, we wear coveralls, we wear rompers because it is very hot. So this is something that I would definitely wear on a daily. And again, it still has like a lot of room in the front for the growing baby belly. So this has been my review of Kylie Couture. Thank you so much for watching.
So obviously this is just the climate that we're in. Gypsy Rose is going to continue to be scent-free product. She is going to continue to be propped up by small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and larger businesses. That's just what's going to happen. There's nothing we can do to control it aside vote with your dollar, vote with your click and your view, and if you don't like this company supporting Gypsy Rose, then don't be their customer. And, you know, voice your concern. Obviously, I always say, like, don't fabricate a bad review for a product or an experience that you did not have yourself, but simply saying,
No, we just experienced for ourselves.
I don't like that y'all did this,
That was an experience.
is in your right. And that is what I'm talking about. I want to jump over to TMZ because this article just came out and it says Gypsy Rose Blanchard FaceTiming a young boy with rare illness. Sweet side in check. I've said for months, it's very obvious that she is working with TMZ and they are painting this picture of her as, oh, somebody that has some unfortunate trauma, poor little Gypsy. But anytime we have the opportunity, we're going to try to make her look relatable and more palatable to people that either are
Destiny, I don't blame you.
on the fence or simply.
This part was crazy though, because we saw a video talk about this, and she like FaceTimed this kid when she was just laying in bed. I was like, whoa.
Can't stand her.
And then the kid's like 9 years old.
Existence. And this is one of those examples. It says Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
You couldn't have been up by your window for that video.
Blanchard's engulfed in her fair share of drama, but she's hitting pause on all that to lend her support to a young boy battling a rare illness. Now, I will not be showing this child's face on my channel because, as most of y'all probably know, I don't show children's images on my channel, but I will include the screenshots of the FaceTime just with the child's face blurred. It continues and says, a mom named April has been sharing TikToks of Gypsy FaceTiming with her young son, Lewis, who's battling neurofibromatosis type 1, NF1, with tumors in his eye, cheek, and spine with no cure in sight. April was all hard-eyed about Gypsy's sweet side, making it clear in her caption she'd been spreading good vibes all around and is a total ray of sunshine for her son. I'd like to interrupt right here. Do you not think that, number one, Gypsy Rose is going to call this advocacy work? She's doing the good things. She's being an advocate. She will label this as that, even though it's literally minutes carved out of her day. And let's also not forget that she is a very self-serving individual. So her doing something like this and making sure that TMZ covers it is going back to her benefit. It's her how does she appear to the public? How can she try to maybe win some people back onto her side? And you're going to be hard pressed to find somebody that says this is absolutely wrong in every way, shape, and form, because I can't even say that, and I can't stand Gypsy. I don't like that she is exploiting this child for her own public image, but you know, it's not all bad, because I feel awful for this child. No child should have to be going through a terminal illness or anything even remotely close to that. So it's not all bad, but my God, I mean, how selfish of you. Most people that are doing good deeds from the kindness of their own hearts are not platforming it. And they're not constantly telling people, hey, look what I did. Look what I'm doing. I'm an advocate. I'm doing good things. Because that's just not what people with tact and class do. But Gypsy is looking at this like, I know TMZ will share this because we're holding hands behind the scenes, allegedly, in my opinion. And they'll go ahead and post this, and people will say, oh, wow, she's actually doing something good. I look at it like it's tragic and sad for this child, but it is very much self-serving for Gypsy and her public image. Anyone with a little bit of understanding of the situation can see exactly what she's doing here. And I think that's heartbreaking and disgusting. But I would expect no more from somebody like her. Because, as a reminder, Gypsy Rose, ethics of a what? Trash bag. And that's how I feel. And I'm going to stand on that
the ethics of
for the
a
foreseeable
trash
future.
bag.
It continues and says, she even called Gypsy inspiring for shining a light on her son's neurofibromatosis battle, a tough genetic disorder that causes tumors to pop up in the nervous system and skin. It's not curable, but many kids go on to live full, normal lives. There's some images of him in the hospital. I will not be including those. It says, in particular, April highlighted how Gypsy was incredibly kind to kids, which is great because, as we all know, Gypsy is expecting. Way to just, you know, remind us for the 800th time that Gypsy Rose is having a child that she's going to go on to exploit. What did you think was going to happen? You think Gypsy Rose is going to get on a FaceTime call and be mean to a child? Do you think she's going to be unfriendly? Like, what kind of compliment or reaction?
I mean, that's so true.
Is that? Of course she was nice. This is to serve her public image. And of course, TMZ had to talk about Ryan Anderson. It says, but there's some drama over who the baby daddy is. Her bitter ex, Ryan Anderson, thinks the timeline adds up to be Ken's baby, but he's not exactly sure. RA's holding off on a DNA test until after the baby girl is born because, hey, it's easier and cheaper that way. But as a side note, Gypsy also agreed to that. So it's not just Ryan being cheap, it's also Gypsy, as always, you know, expecting everything for free. Maybe she thinks she can get a free paternity test out of it. Two things about this article. I don't like that they included the images of him in the hospital. It's very much trying to add a layer of, you know, sadness. Like, oh, look, Gypsy is not just talking to somebody who has an illness. Look at this poor child in the hospital. And it is absolutely devastating. But I don't like when it's being
damn, that is crazy.
In an article in order to make people feel like, hey, maybe she's not as bad as what everyone is saying. This is to serve her public image. There's been some rumors going around that she has a GoFundMe. I have not been able to make sure that that's actually true.
What? She does?
I've seen that Gypsy Rose is organizing a GoFundMe, but I haven't been able to 100% say that it's actually her behind it. It really doesn't make sense to me. But that is also going around. I haven't talked about it because, like I said, I haven't been able to fact check it. But yeah, that's what's going on with Gypsy. Diabolical, disgusting, and devastating all around. But like I said, we're
unhinged, bananas, crazy.
Here to talk about it, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. It is very clear that she is saying, I'm going to be an influencer, and I'm going to continue to shove it in your all's faces. And then once I have the baby, then I can translate into mommy vlogging, mommy influencing, and
oh hell,
continue to grift her way through life. But either way, rant over. I feel better now. I hope that y'all have an amazing weekend.
I feel better now.
I'm going to try to get some pre-filming done over the weekend and pick back up on Dee Dee's autopsy. I did put that on the back burner for a couple of days, just because it's a tough listen. It's a tough read, and I just decided to put it on the back burner. It's not going anywhere. It's not like it's going to, expire and go away. So we will have that conversation here soon. But my, what a freaking circus. But that's going to be it for tonight. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Oh, hell. Crazy as hell. YouTube. That's all I got. Y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up button real quick. We got 21 likes to go. Hit it, y'all. And when this ends, you're going to get forwarded over to the haunted side on YouTube. Go watch some of the paranormal stuff. Love you guys. See y'all tomorrow.